on the third image on there shows the Moderna COVID-19 quote unquote vaccine. And you can actually see some measurements showing up to 43.2 undisclosed silicon, which of course is part of self-assembling nanotechnology biosensor manufacturing. That's what Dr. Anna's talking about. Team, if you can just go a little bit further, the next image down actually shows that silicon signature. So this is really, really important research. Everyone needs to get onto this and share it everywhere, particularly Dr. Anna, because what we need, and I had a recent conversation where someone said what we need is the doctors to start understanding the technology and understand that traditional medicine really isn't it's not what we're doing anymore. We need to have that understanding of technology merged with medicine. But please do continue what you were about to say about the dental shots right before the break.
Yes, and just to go back real quick to Pfizer and Moderna, so carbon and oxygen was obviously also found, and you cannot rule out graphene oxide from this. There can be other carbon-based polymers in there as well, so this was also found. So in regards to the dental anesthetics, the reason why this is important is
hang on,
because...
sorry, Dr. Anna, if I can interrupt you again, I'm so sorry, but you also found tin, which coincides with what Mike Adams found when he looked at the fibrous, not clots, structures that Richard Hirschman, the embalmer, sent over to Mike. So when he looked at those clots that people are forming, which they're not clots, they're structures, and you've done an analysis of that as well, tin was, it was full of highly conductive metals. So that coincides with your findings also.
Absolutely, and many different teams have found similar findings. So if you look at the German work group, I mean, they found, cesium, they found barium, aluminum. So there were many different metals. And if you look at also Antonetta Gatti's work, she's a famous nanopathologist who's looked at 44 childhood vaccines. So this is consistent with every vaccine contains all kinds of metals. And if you look at what the potential is of these metals is that they can be used in biosensing and nanotechnological applications. This is obviously of interest to us because this is what we were seeing, number one, developed from the vials, as well as then what we saw in the blood in terms of self-assembling nanotechnology. So absolutely, this is important. And this, for example, yttrium is such a rare metal. And clearly, it's used in particular photoluminescent microelectric devices. And this is what I've been seeing in the blood. Initially, we were seeing it in vaccinated, now in unvaccinated, in everyone. These biosensors that emit light in different colors. And I've photographed this. I've shown this. This is quantum dot light technology. And it really shows that all of humanity is under threat and has been now infested with this. And the other absolutely brand new study that came out that I just posted yesterday was that there was a team from Japan who looked at people who had cardiac surgery, and they found 9 different microplastics in the cardiac muscle, in the pericardium, as well as in the blood. So this is hydrogel, the same stuff that we found in near-infrared in vaccinated and unvaccinated blood. Polyamide, polyethylenes. So again, there's a correlation here that is absolute. And we know that hydrogels are the interface between machines and brain computer. This is what MIT really discussed. So this is catastrophic because they've shown that these plastics or polymers, they bioaccumulate in the organ system and they stay there. So unless you detoxify and melt down plastic in people's body, we're going to have mass casualties. And so to go back to the dental anesthetics here, the dental anesthetics also were developing microchips, and we also found metals in them as well as silicone. And they actually had nitrogen and phosphorus in there, which are elements of life, which could be, related to proteins, DNA, or RNA. And one wonders why the heck is that in dental anesthetics? And lastly, the Pneumovax vaccine also had similar metals in there. So This is consistent now across the board. Many different teams have found different similar findings, but it's of concern because if everybody's speaking about a spike protein that requires reverse transcription, but you don't have mRNA in many of the vials, then what are we really talking about? And what I've been advocating for and seeing under the microscope, and this is consistent with the transhumanist agenda, is that they want to change all of humanity into cyborgs, and that's exactly what we're seeing, is the fusion of technology with biology, and it's also very toxic to the body.